Hey guys, this is Fly Games and we're back with another video tutorial on how to create a room escape game. So in this tutorial we're going to complete the navigation progress. And that is cool because after that we're going to do the fun stuff. And that is setting up the puzzles. So I'm going real quickly to finish with the navigation. So what we have so far, we can navigate through the walls through these arrows here, and also we have a zoom point where we can zoom and then return from that zoom. Now what I want to do is add another point of navigation, and that is the change view. And what that does is that sometimes I want to see a specific point of the room, of the wall actually, but from a different angle. For example, I want to see inside that drawer, or in the top of this drawer, or behind some furniture, but I'm still on the same wall, right? So I don't want to change the wall, I just want to change the display of the current image so that I can see from a different perspective. If you see here in my sprites, I have some images that show me another perspective of the wall, and that is behind the sofa, or in top of furniture, inside a drawer, you see here. So that's what I want to do, and that is very easy. So if I go to scripts, first of all I want to create a new script. I want to create a new script and call it change view. Change view. So first of all I'm going to go to the display image and add a new state, and that is the changed views state. And that means that we're still on the same wall, but we change the view or the angle that we're looking, and see a wall from a different perspective. So what I'm going to do is, where is it? Go here, change view, and do some stuff. So really simply, firstly I need to know what image or what sprite I am passing on when I'm changing the view. So I need a public string, and it will be sprite name. And this will be interactable, similar to the zooming object, so I'm going to implement that. And now it's very simple because we already pass the current display, so we're just going to do that. Current display, get component, sprite renderer, sprite renderer, okay, sprite equals resources load, and we want to load the sprite, and we want to load from the sprites folder, we want the sprite name, right? So we're going to load the specific sprite that we want from the resources folder. So is that okay? I think so. I'm going to go to my sprites, take this for example, the furniture one. Why did I call it furniture one? Anyway, and drop it in the resources, and of course from here in the sprites. Okay, so let's test this. I'm going to create an empty game object and call it change viewpoint. Of course I need to pass a box collider. Maybe bigger, something like this. Drop it here, and of course it is interactable, and it is a change view point. And the sprite name is Furniture1, because that's the funny name I found for this sprite. And if everything goes right, this should work. I think, let's try. So I press here and yeah, it works. But now I can return. I can actually do this and just navigate through the other walls. But I can return to the garden vault I'm in. So let's fix that. So I'm just gonna make a very slight change here. I am going to go to the button behavior script and just change this. I get the display of the return button when I am on the zoom state, but now I have the change view state, so I'm just gonna do this to include all the cases. If I am not on the normal case, in the normal state, then I want to display the button. And also, now that I'm in change view state and I want to return from that, I'm going to go in the button handler, and on this function, on click zoom return, I'm going to call it just on click return, because this is the button, the arrow that allow us to return to the default state, and that is the norm. So look what I'm going to do here. If I have the current display here, so if current display get component display image, and I want the current state. Oh wait, I have, yeah, the current state, if it's display image state zoom, then I'm going to do all the stuff that I do here. Wait, so this, okay, and current display, current state, current display, current display, what the get component? No, just current display, current state. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Okay, so if I am on the zoom state, I'm going to do whatever I was doing before. Else, we don't need to say if I am on the, just else. So if I add another state, I may change this to else if, but for now it's just else. And I'm going to take the current display, current sprite, get component, and I want the sprite renderer. And I'm going to set the sprite to be what the current wall is. So when I am returning from the change view, I'm going to return to the wall I was before, to the default state, to the default view. And that I'm going to go to the sprites, and I want the current display sprites, current display, current wall, and this is wall. I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh, so also what I forgot to do is, when I change the view, I also change the state here. So this state will be equal to display image state change view. So I think now I am good. Let's test this. No, wait. First of all, because I changed the name, I now need to reset this. So on click return. Okay, save it and play it. And now I click here, I get the button, I click here and I return, great. And now there's one last thing, is that I now have objects that allow me to zoom in or change the view, but I don't quite get the result that I want because I don't render them right. See what I mean here? If I change the room, I can still zoom here, but or change the view. Oh, it's right there. But I don't want that. That's not rational. So I need to enable this object according to the current world I need. So I'm going to do a simple method here. I'm going to cheat actually a little and you will see what I mean now. Okay, so I'm going to create a script and call it objects manage. And with this, within the script, I'm going to do simple stuff, and that is, where is the script? Where? Okay, here. So first of all, I need, as always, take the display image and I'll call it current display. And also I'm going to create a public game object, please, game object array, and call it object to manage. And you will see how this works in a bit. And of course, in start method, I need to find current display equals game object find display image get component display image. Okay, we're clear with that, and create a function, call it manage objects, and look here how it works. I'm going to look through all the objects. So for I equals 0, for I equals 0, I is less, for yeah, I need to declare it first. Int I equals 0, I less than objects to manage length, and I plus plus. Okay, so if objects objects to manage I name equals to current display game component sprite renderer sprite renderer. This is sprite. Don't worry, I will explain why. Sprite name. Okay, so if this is true, then objects to manage I set active to true. Don't worry if you don't understand what I'm doing, I'm going to explain it. And else objects to I set active false. So, and of course I need to pass this in the update method. So manage objects. Okay, look now how it works. Going to create firstly an empty object and call it, wait because there's lagging, and call it wall1. And within wall1 I'm going to pass zoom in object and change view point. So I'm going to create another game object, create empty, call it scene manager, and this will be a helper game object that will hold every script that handles everything that goes on in the scene. So for now I have what was it called, objects manage, and then objects manage. Now I have wall1. So if I'm on the wall1 and this is called wall1, so the display image will be called wall1. And if I'm on the wall1, because this is called the same name, it will be enabled. So every object in here will be active and I will be able to interact with them. If I'm not on this wall, I'm for example on wall 2, then this will be set to inactive. So I won't be able to interact with them, and this way everything will be set right. Everything will be enabled according to the current display that I'm in. See now if that works. So I press here, of course, and I change the view. I press here and zoom in. I change the wall, and I can't. So now that I'm clicking, and I can zoom in or change the view because this is set to inactive. And the same works for every other wall. So if I create wall 2, and in wall 2 first change this to wall 2, well, to wall 2, wall 2, okay. And if in wall 2, first let's prefab this because now I have them ready, and I'm going to create an assets folder real quick and call it prefabs, and here drop this. So now I have prefabs and I can use it every time. And if I go to wall 2 and drop in a zoom in object and want to zoom here, then everything should be right. Let's see. Now I'm here. I am here. Okay, zoom here. I can. Oh, I zoomed in. Why is that? Because I didn't pass it in the scene manager. Here, and now let's try again. I have a zoom in object here. I can't zoom now, but when I change to wall 2 I can zoom in, and that's what I want. So of course I noticed something that I forgot to fix before, is that when I change the view I still get these left and right arrow buttons. So of course I need to just do a simple thing here, and that is in button behavior I want to hide the display not only when I'm in the zoom but also when I am in the change view state. So I'm going to, with the same logic as before, if I'm not in the normal state, then just hide the display of these arrows. And let's see if that works. Okay, play, and yeah, it works. So now I have, why is that here? Let me check that. Okay, so I guess that it's because I didn't, when I return, I didn't change the state back to normal. Okay, that's it. So current display, current state. Yeah, when I return from the change view, when I press the return button, I want to change the state back to normal. So display image, state, normal. And that should fix this. So now I get a very fluent and working navigation mechanic for my room, and I'm done with this. Now I can put zoom in points or change viewpoints wherever I want. Well, actually change viewpoints not wherever I want, because I need sprites for change viewpoints and I have specific sprites. Of course, if I want, I can create new sprites and have new change viewpoints, but for now I have only specific ones. So that's it for this video. In the next video we're going to set up the puzzles. So this is where the real fun begins. So thank you guys for watching, and please remember to like the video and subscribe. See you next time.